Cool beans.
You say cool beans?
What are you saying?
What's up with that damn dream catcher?
Mom gave it to me. Well, you don't like it?
Well, do you need it?
She just gave it to me. All the shit she gives me, I keep.
Does it work?
What do you think?
All right, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of That Big Beefing Show.
I guess no more John, huh?
I don't know, man. Like he's on paternity leave right now. That's all I know.
Yeah, we already lost half our members. It hasn't even been a fucking year.
He did something with a fucking TV entertainment center or something.
Man, he just laid down on top of it. He tried to say he jumped off of it, but no, he just laid down on top of it and acted like he got hurt.
Why did he jump on it?
Because he thought it'd be funny if he jumped on it, but he just laid down on it. No, he didn't even. You could tell he wasn't really hurt. You just look at his face.
I've seen him hurt before, like when we were filming Corn Kernel and Impact, and with Josh.
Him?
Huh?
When you tackled him?
Well, I didn't tackle him. He tackled Josh. Like Josh was the bad guy, and John was like, "What do you want me to do?" I'm like, "Just run and tackle him." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Just run into him and tackle him." And but he's not gonna. He's gonna get hurt. It's like he's not gonna get hurt. He'll be fine. Just do it. And sure enough, he ran and tackled his ass, and he's like, "Oh!" Well, he just hurt. Actually, I've actually seen John in like real pain. He was when we were in football. Jay Kirkendall. We were doing just a practice. We were just doing practice drills. Like we didn't have pads on. We just had our helmets. That was it. And I mean, Jake Kirkendall would be for a big guy. He had to have gotten super low, and his helmet went straight into John's knee, and that was it. John was done with football after that. He never played again.
How bad was the injury? Because I messed my knee up pretty bad too.
Yeah, it was along those lines. I mean, it was football ending forever. Like I just remember him laying on the ground. And he's like, "Oh, coach, my knee, my knee." And I just remember his look, like in intense pain. You know how on what was that? What was that British show that the Jackass ripoff? You remember that?
The Dudesons?
Team Sanchez?
Or the Dudesons?
Remember on Team Sanchez when they threw that cactus on that guy on his face and he just goes.
It was so painful he couldn't scream.
That's how John looked with his fucking knee on the ground.
It was like right near his eye too. Yeah. And well,
that's how John was holding his knee.
Whenever I messed my knee up, like every time the coach had to drag me out the field, right? And I tried to stand up and put pressure on it, but it just, gave out. It wouldn't support my weight. And the school tried to downplay it and say it wasn't that bad. Dude, I had a grade 3 sprain. The MCL was completely torn. It was shredded. And a piece of my ACL had been ripped. And when the trainer came and assessed me the next day, he said, "There's nothing." Yeah, I see it. I see what's happening.
Like to work.
It's like someone's got a spotlight on your fucking head. Well, anyway, when the trainer came in and he did a test on my knee, he said, if I wanted to, I could shove your ankle up to your kneecap and nothing would stop it.
That's not good.
Yeah, and the school wouldn't let me get surgery or any of that stuff on their dime, I guess, because I wasn't important enough.
Yeah, I remember 6th grade, like we would like with coach, we would just fucking like he'd have us like wrestling each other. Like we didn't have a wrestling team, but he would wrestle us to like see where we were at, and we'd be tangling with him. And I think one day it was either at the end of 6th grade or 7th grade, he grabbed one kid and we'd all jumped him at the same time. We all jumped on him, and he was like fighting us all off. And he grabbed one kid and he threw him, and he landed into the locker and like he hit his head and like cut his head open. And so he like ran over to him, he grabbed him on his head. "It's not funny, guys. Stop laughing." And he took him out to his truck and just left. And so we're all just kind of sitting there like, what the hell do we do now?
Go home. Just leave. Just fucking leave.
Some goody two shoes, one of the coach's kids went and got one of the coach and was like, "Hey man, coach had to leave. What do we do?" And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, y'all go back to class. Stop fucking around." Like, I mean, But
did they say y'all that way?
Jacking around is more of the word. Loveless.
Hey,
Loveless would cuss. Like,
yeah. Him and Ingle get pretty pissed.
I never heard Engel cuss, but I heard fucking Loveless cuss.
Yeah.
Engel
Him
would
and
his face would just get real red, and he just get.
yeah, like Jerry. And I'm not saying that Engel would go off the deep end with his swearing, but when he got mad, because he got mad at us, and we weren't living up to expectation.
I think what killed the respect value for Engel is somebody got a hold of his damn. We went to the library when they opened up that new library, and looked in the yearbook, and like he was there, and he looked like John Denver. You ever seen John Denver? The Take Me Home, Country Roads. He looked like that guy. Bushy, bob hair, big old glasses. You know what I'm talking about? What is it about that shit? You just enjoy doing that?
It takes it takes me back to when it takes me back to the stories you used to tell me about you and Jacob and how you just sit there and stare at him and he gets so pissed at you.
I can believe it.
You said he threatened to throw a phone book at you or something.
One time, me and Jacob got into a fight.
And you wonder why we have these fucking problems, Shane. You're the common denominator to all this shit.
he was acting it on, man, and we've started the morning. I'm standing out at his house, and I've been playing Duke Nukem on the computer, and him and Dwayne had played Duke Nukem so damn much, like Jacob knew where to go. Like he'd just go post up, wait for you to walk by, bam, right in the head, bam, right in the head. Like he just. It's almost no fun. And he could look at your screen and see where you're at and go to you and just kill you instantly. And what's this? What are you doing now? What is that? Oh, the camera just it had your eyes closed and it just stopped. And I was like, "Are you fucking sleeping now? Or are you?"
No, your mouth was stuck like. I couldn't tell what you were gonna say.
I was like, "Is he just pretending to be asleep now?"
I've done that a couple times on the show.
Just over there taking a nap, huh?
Yeah, you hung up on me. It's like, why'd you hang up? It's like, because you're over there asleep.
Well, boy. So,
you said he was shooting you in the head, playing Duke Nukem.
Okay, so he didn't want to play video games. He wanted to go out and ride his bike. And I was like, all right. So we went riding the bike, and it's boring as fuck, just fucking riding around Mansfield on the damn bicycle. Nothing to fucking do. Nobody to talk to, nothing to see, just riding around on the bike. And we get back home, and he's like, hey, let's go do this. I'm like, I don't want to do it, man. I'm just going to chill. He's like, come on, man, stop being a little punk. Let's do it. I was like, no, away from me. And he's like, come on, man. And he's like, like getting him in. He went and shoved me, and I said, I told you to get away, and I punched him right in the stomach. And he fell over and started crying. And Dwayne was like, what happened? And he knew, Dwayne kind of knew Jacob was a little shit. So you'd think most parents would be like, hey, why'd you hit my kid? Dwayne was just like, you could tell he's like, yeah, you probably fucking deserved it, and just didn't really want to get involved. And then my dad,
imagine at that time, Barbara and Dwayne hadn't been married for very long, and that's not his.
They've been together for about 15 years by that point, 10 years or so.
Really? It was that long?
I would have been about 14 or 13, so I'd say about 10 years. Yeah, they got married when I was 4.
Well, even then, that's still not his kid. And trying to discipline, a stepchild.
Well, no, he didn't get on to me for punching him. Like, I was the aggressor. I'm the one that fucking punched him. I knocked him over. And, my dad was there, and he's like, what's going on? Huh?
Nothing.
He's like, what happened? And I told him he wouldn't leave me alone. And Dwayne was like, yeah, I fucking believe it. And they didn't do anything about it. He went in his room and cried for about 30 minutes. And then I guess everything was fine after that.
Didn't you punch our stepbrother one time too?
Yeah, that's like play punching though, man.
Oh, I thought he got on your nerves and you kind of just put a little into it.
I did. I put a little into it, but not enough to knock me back the fuck off.
You heard it from Shane, man. He likes beating up on kids smaller than him.
One of the things about that was like Jennifer would try to say, you know, hey, what's wrong? And I'm like, he's bothering me. And she's like, well, what's he do? I was like, I don't know, but he bothers me. And you didn't have to say specifically what it is. And I was like, he just talks. He just says stuff. And she's like, well, words can't hurt you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Bitch, leave me alone. Man, it was so fucking funny.
That's what Mom used to tell me about you picking on me. It's like, his words don't hurt you, Aaron. It's like, but you don't understand. It doesn't stop. It's every day, all day.
Well, I can do something about it. And really, the difference between me and him, the stuff I did for you just was to agitate. It wasn't like seriously degrading, nasty shit like fucking he was, you know? And it wasn't like, I wasn't trying to convince you to go break the law or some shit like that, like he was. Like he was wanting to be a little fucking criminal. Anyways, one time, man, when I was staying up there I was 16, so I had a car, you know, that old piece of shit Concorde AMC motors. It was the color rust, and I had a job working at the Winn-Dixie down the road, and
in Dixie.
so they had meals, like they would have dinner, but usually I was at work. Like my shift started when they were usually having dinner. So I didn't have the food they did. So during the day I was at the house by myself. And I mean really all I did was I read Battlefield Earth and I watched Survivor on TV, and that's all I fucking did that summer. Read Battlefield Earth, laid in the room, and then went to work at night and talked to people at work. And anyways, one time, man, nobody was there, and I was fucking hungry as hell. I hadn't eaten all that night or that day.
I remember this.
I went in the kitchen, and there was the fridge, and there was a fucking pizzone, a calzone. And I was like, well, I'm gonna heat that bitch up. And I work at the fucking Winn-Dixie, so I was like, I'll just buy one and bring it home with me. And
nope. Should have done that shit.
Man, when she came home, she's like, who the fuck took my damn calzone? I was like, oh shit. Well, and it wasn't like she said who took it. There was only two men at the house, and one of them was gone all day. I mean, you can narrow the shit down. It's fucking me. And so that next day, I said, hey, did you notice it's just in the fridge? And she was like, yeah, but you still took it. And I'm like, God damn it, man. What the fuck do you want? You got the fucking calzone. So.
Point, man. It's not the point.
Fucking psycho. And she get on the dad's ass like, you know, I don't understand. Why don't you get a fucking job? Or why aren't you working? Or you're not making any money? Or blah, blah, blah. And
he was bumming. He was bumming.
Well, I'm not saying he wasn't, but the shit was funny as hell.
Can you imagine mom? Can you imagine mom bitching at him for the same problems?
It wasn't him. Oh man, I seen him. It wasn't good. He didn't take too much heat from mom, so yeah, that didn't go too well. But yeah, no, man, it's just shit's crazy when people get angry like that, just unreasonably angry.
Yeah, she had problems when it came to her temper. She had problems back then.
Yeah. Well, and their kids also had problems too, but I guess they turned out all right.
More or less. Our stepbrother ended up joining the Air Force, and he apparently became, successful, more or less.
Yeah, boy. So your computer got stolen?
A bunch of my shit got stolen.
What happened?
So this friend of mine says that she's going to come through Waco, and I haven't heard from her in years, right? She's had a kid since the last time I saw her. She's been divorced. A lot of stuff has changed in her life, and I was like, well, let's catch up. Come on over to my place. I got to be somewhere at 4:30, but you can come over for a couple hours, and we can just talk about what's happened. And, I've known her for a long fucking time. And she comes over, and I've got liquor and alcohol and shit at the house, so I give her a drink. And everybody that comes through my apartment, I offer them something to drink. I've got liquor. I've got beers. I'm like, why don't you just have one? And I let her have a drink. Well, apparently she was on medication, and that liquor fucked with her. She got fucked up. And I'm like, I got to be somewhere. I can't sit here and take care of you. I got to be somewhere. It was Veterans Day. It was Monday. I got to be somewhere at 4:30. People are expecting me to be at Cameron Park, which is about 20 minutes from here. I can't stay here. So I didn't feel good about leaving her here, but she was drunk, and I didn't want her to drive and be in an accident or some shit. So I was like, sleep it off. I'll be back later this evening.
Well, I left for about 4 or 5, no, more like 5 or 6 hours. I didn't get back till after 9:30. So I was gone for a while, right? And we were talking. I was like, "Hey, are you okay? You didn't fall or hurt yourself or anything while I was gone, did you?" She's like, "No, I'm good, but my grandma wants me to come to her place in Corsicana, so I got to go." Okay, cool. Well, I locked your door, is what she replied. I was like, "Well, you can't lock my door without the key, so you didn't lock my door, but okay." And that's when I started to think that something might be wrong, because why would she say that unless she was thinking something bad was about to happen? And something bad would be about to happen if she was going to make it happen herself. So I was like, well, I'm already here. I said I was going to be at these different places throughout the day. I'll go home when I go home. So I come home and she's been long gone. There's sticky shit all over my floor. A couple of cases of batteries that I had like packed up over here at the entertainment center were strode out on the couch. One of my printers was gone and it doesn't even work. I don't have the cables for it. So that's fucking gone. I had 3 laptops. One of them didn't work. One of them I didn't use because it's from like 2003.
Fuck.
And another one, yeah, right. It's a big bastard. It's called a Dell XPS. Michael Ponce gave it to me. That guy known for a while. Sorry, I'm getting indigestion from what I ate earlier. Anyway, so one of the laptops I was using was a touchscreen laptop that I really fucking need. Like, it's got my literature works on it, my poetry works on it. I mean, it's got stuff on it that I cannot afford to lose because it's a lot of work to replace that shit. And also, it's expensive. It's a touchscreen. I can't just go out and buy another one with all the money I've spent this past 6 months. Anyway, some other things were missing, like my laundry bag. So I'm guessing she got my laundry bag and like put a whole bunch of crap in it and then put it in her car. And my hygiene kit. Now, the thing about my hygiene kit is that it's a Marine Corps digital pattern. It's the green woodland pattern. And she's seeing somebody. He's in the Army. He has no use for this kind of thing. There's no reason for him to have that. And anyway, there was a couple of other little things here and there that she took that she didn't really need. But my guess is that she was trying to run off and pawn them. I don't know. I don't know why she took what she took, but eventually she left here, right? And she was supposed to go home. Well, she didn't. The next day, they get a call from paramedics saying that she was in the hospital. The ambulance paramedics had picked her up and taken her to the hospital. Well, apparently before that, she had been pulled over and she had been given a citation for driving while under the influence. And her car got impounded, which, come to find out, it's not even her car. It's the guy she's seeing who's over in the fucking Middle East right now. So she gets her car out of the impound. Her stepdad gets it for her. And he gets in touch with me and was like, "Hey, do you recognize any of this stuff?" It's like, "Yeah, that's my shit. That's all mine." I don't know what she was planning on doing with it, but I don't see everything that's missing. So obviously she sold some of it already. So but all that stuff is mine. And on Sunday I've got to go to Copper's Cove, which is fucking 50 miles from here, pick it up and then bring it back. But there's some of it that it's not accounted for. So I try to reason with her and talk with her and say, "Look, I won't press charges. I won't get the cops involved if you just tell me where everything else is. I just want all my stuff back. I'm not upset. People make mistakes. Obviously, you have a problem. I worked at a substance abuse center. I know sometimes people need help, and obviously this is that time for you. You need help." And I try to tell her about rehab. I was like, "Look, if you go to court, you need to go to rehab before you go to court," and all this other stuff. She just wasn't having it. She just was not listening to anything I had to freaking say. And so anyway, here today, her boyfriend over in Iraq had some white space, had some time, to himself. And he asked me to get in touch with him. So I called him over Facebook and we talked. And I told him, all the stuff that happened. I sent screenshots of our conversation so that it was all transparent. And he was like, "Okay, well, if anything else goes on from here, just please keep me updated so that I know the truth opposed to whatever other story I might hear." And I was like, "Yeah, man, absolutely." Because I just want my stuff. This is the second time in 2 years around the same fucking time that this has happened to me, where somebody just came into my house and took my shit. So anyway, I made sure that I was, clear with him about everything that had gone on. And I'm hopefully I can get my stuff back on Sunday. We'll see.
So let's say about 7 years ago, man, when I bought that house in Arlington,
Okay.
the one with the pool,
Pool party.
the first weekend I was there, that we were there, somebody came and stole the tailgate off my truck.
You told me this story. You told me like 3 or 4 times.
Ever since that night, I backed my truck in so nobody could steal it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to have to get surveillance if I'm going to keep living in Waco.
Well, or don't let people into your fucking house like that.
So I haven't seen her in a couple of years. When I knew her before all this shit, she didn't have this problem. And if she did, she hid it from me pretty well. So either something's happened recently or she's just always been like this and I haven't known.
It may have been a good thing that she did like while you were gone, because she may have come back in the night with a gun or something to like try to shoot you to get the stuff.
Well, I'm not sure if she can have a gun.
I mean, she ain't gonna get one.
Yeah, right. So yeah, you never know, man. And if she would have rolled up on me with a fucking gun, one of us would have been killed. I don't play that fucking game.
Well, I mean, it don't take much to go bang.
Yeah. Well, you say that, and I guess you've never went bang on somebody before.
Well, I've never been so high out of my mind that I was going to steal somebody's shit no matter what because I needed to get it fixed.
She had to be, because she didn't have that much alcohol. I didn't give her that much. I made sure to watch how much she got. But she got fucked up. Like, she could hardly walk straight. So I'm thinking she took something before she got here, and she's got some sort of problem. And I'm like, you got to go to rehab. You got to go to rehab.
She was there. She probably got fucking high while she was sitting there.
Yeah, it could have been in her car, but who knows? I try to tell her you need to go to rehab. I try to tell her, look, I don't want to get the cops involved. We can work this out amongst ourselves, but you got to cooperate. You got to stop lying. It's not going to help you. And she's just not responding to me. I was like, all right, you're going to try to ghost me? I'll still get my shit back one way or another.
So you're going to go steal it back, or you're going to call the police?
No, I've gotten I'm not going to do some dad shit. I've gotten in touch with her family, and her family says, we'll hang on to it for you until you come down here.
But, I mean, if she goes crazy, they'll and you may not get everything back. What if you don't get that laptop back?
Oh, I'm getting the laptop. I made sure I was like, hey, that is the most important item out of all the stuff she's taken. I've got to have that.
Well, it wouldn't do you any harm to just report it anyways. And
it's already been reported. I've handed it off to the police.
Oh.
Yeah. I reported it the day after.
Everything? You told them her name?
Yeah, I gave her the name, the address of her grandparents. She stays there on occasion.
Well, hopefully you get it back before they get involved, because if they get into their property, it could take a week before you get it back.
As long as I know it's not sold at a pawn shop. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure some of the stuff she's already sold to a pawn store, and I have no way of proving that it was mine before she sold it. So it's going to be my work.
Down the serial number?
Well, some of that stuff, no, I didn't. No.
You've had your Xbox stolen, right?
Yeah.
Since that happened, you don't write down the serial number to your stuff?
With the Xbox, you don't have to, because it keeps track of it online. Yeah. And I thought that these computers would do the same thing. Now, with my computer, I could track my computer ID and name. It has a specific sequence of numbers and letters. That's not the serial number that you can use to identify the laptop. And with the laptop, all I got to do is just give some basic identifying information and say, look, I know that's mine because I can tell you what's on it. If you just let me look at it, I can find everything that proves that it's mine. You'll see some of the pictures from me and my military service on there, all that jazz. And that's if I can convince them to let me look at it. But that's neither here nor there. I've kind of just written all that shit off. So I don't expect to get anything back except that laptop, because I've expressly made that clear with the fucking stepdad that is mine and I need it. Like, he sent me a picture of my shit in her car and it's like, I've got to have that laptop. That's mine. I can't replace that.
Go down there and get it.
It's in Copper's Cove and I had shit to do today.
So you don't really got to have that laptop if you didn't go down there today.
Well, I got to have it. I got to have it as opposed to it being gotten rid of by somebody else.
So you're just fingers crossed that everybody's going to keep the laptop there and it'll be fine. I just got this feeling in my gut that you're going to get down there to Copper's Cove and they're going to be like, hey, man, your stuff's gone. And
yeah, well, that's why I've got to keep checking in with them and making sure that she hasn't ran off with my shit, because he says the stepdad says he's got it locked away in one of his vehicles. So we'll see.
Boy.
But she already admitted to me through Facebook Messenger that she was wrong to take my shit. And it says so there. So if I've got to, I can show it to authorities. Like, look, she confessed to taking it. She knows it was wrong. So what do I got to do?
I guess go get your shit back.
Yeah, I got this. It's either that or wait for authorities to claim it and do their investigation and find out what the fuck happened, when and where, which I'm okay with them doing that, but it's either wait a week or get it to Sunday. So heartburn, boy.
Why do you have heartburn?
Drinking Coke for 20 fucking years.
You're like a little over 30, man.
Well, I didn't start drinking it till I was about 9 or 10.
Drinking soda?
Coca-Cola.
So you just straight up Coke?
I'm drinking Coke for most of my life, yeah.
How many Coke do you drink a day?
Well, I don't drink Coke much anymore, but
obviously you got heartburn.
No, that was from the food I had. So the heartburn is a direct cause from all the soda I've drank, because the Coke is so acidic, it's fucked up my internal pH balance. You don't like that light in your eye, do you?
I got it set up. Obviously, it's not fucking working.
You wearing pajamas? Ultra comfortable, huh?
It is the weekend, motherfucker. Shit.
Do what you want to do, huh, motherfucker?
Here I live.
It's my house. I run around here butt naked if I want to.
I just got done fucking spending the last 3 hours cleaning for the damn baby shower tomorrow.
Oh, what are you drinking? Beer?
Yeah, it's fucking beer.
So beer has an acidic concentration because of the It's good. Drink some more of it.
I'm trying to think of the last soda I had. Oh, it was at when we went to go watch Terminator.
Well, no, like I said, I don't drink it every day anymore. But there was a time I was drinking 3 or 4 sodas a day. And when you drink Coke, huh?
Damn.
Well, I mean, even as a kid, that's why whenever I was having all those headaches and my kidneys were fucking failing, and I went to go get that CAT scan, that CT scan.
Yeah.
The nurse couldn't hit my fucking vein because I was so dehydrated. I was so poor. I had such poor nutrition. They had to stick me 5 times to get that. Where are you going? So this all ties into something that I'm going to start doing with some veteran friends of mine. They're running a nonprofit website that's going to try to do like informational videos about, what services are available to veterans, like if they need counseling, they need a financial assistance, do they need housing assistance, do they need clothing assistance, do they need employment? What?
To stop drinking soda? You got to get into a fucking program?
No. So, but part of what I'm trying to do, they want me to be the guy that does like their medical portion for their website, and it's like just some basic tips, like I'm first aid certified and CPR.
You were first aid certified, right?
No, I've got a current registration.
Oh, how do you get the registration?
You go through the either American Red Cross or some other organization, and you go through a class.
Oh, okay. I was thinking your training was like 10 years out of date.
No, I just got it done in June. Anyway, so I want to talk with them about
why aren't you going somewhere with the Red Cross? Why aren't you working for them?
Well, so I don't have a degree, and that's kind of like for my skill set and experience. I need a degree to get the jobs that I'm.
I had a guy working in probation from Africa, and he worked for Red Cross. He didn't have no degree.
I didn't know that. Well, what does he do? Do you know?
He went around fucking Red Cross shit whenever there was a disaster or something.
Well, he was on probation for a reason then, wasn't he?
Yeah, DWI, felony DWI.
God.
He's from he's from Africa. He didn't know the laws here. He didn't know didn't know about drinking and driving, and got drunk and drove a couple times.
Seems to me like there should be some sort of preventative measures for stuff like that, so that people don't get in the system.
People don't give a fuck if the cop. If you see, there's some. I was listening to Joe Rogan the other day, and there's this guy, news reporter, and he did research on the Sandra Bland case, and like, do you know Sandra Bland? Do you know this case?
Not really.
She's the woman that got pulled over, and she starts to light up a cigarette, and the cop says, "Put out the cigarette," and she's like, "It's a free country. I don't have to," and he's like, "Put it out. I'm telling you to put it out." It's like, "I don't have to put it out." Anyways, he arrests her, takes her to jail, and she kills herself.
Shit. Okay, this sounds familiar.
Now, the reason why he pulled her over is because he thought that she hadn't done anything wrong, but he started speeding up behind her, and is somebody behind me? You waving at? Nobody here. That's all you got to do is sit there. If people listen to this shit, they're just going to hear you laugh and not know what the fuck's going on.
That's why you got to watch the channel.
For some reason, y'all, Aaron's just sitting there fucking waving at my ass like an idiot. Like, just sitting there waving.
I'm not waving. I'm doing this. You just can't see it.
So, anyway, she killed
herself. Yeah.
And what happened is the guy was driving up behind her. She goes to pull over to get out of his way. Well, she didn't use her turn signal when she went to pull over to get out of his way. So that's what he stopped her for, not using a turn signal. So this researcher looked at it. He had already given citations for minor traffic infractions, I want to say like 15 times that day already, before he even got to her. So he started looking, and he said most police officers, 90% of their day is giving minor traffic infractions, such as this. And he says they're good at it. They do it constantly.
Yeah, it's about the income they generate from those fines and fees.
Yeah, he was saying it's basically an ATM. Withdraw your cash.
It serves its purpose. The police officers don't, they don't get pension and paychecks from just taxpayer money. You got to have citations. That's why you'll talk to police officers that are retired and they're like, "Oh, the quota." Sorry, give me a second. When they
It's so funny. What?
I just look up and you're fucking lounging back there, drinking your damn beer.
What am I supposed to do?
Anyway, we've really gotten far off into the woods here. Haven't really dove into what I was trying to say is that with this website that these guys want me to be a part of, they recorded my testimony that I posted on Anchor as a podcast. They're going to put that up on the website. And of course, it's not going to be the entire thing because there's some pretty vulgar language in there. So, but there's going to be some parts from my testimony on their webs page. But then there's also going to be stuff where I teach people about first aid and the stuff that I learned, like keep a barrier for your mouth when you're going to give somebody rescue breaths. They make real simple stuff. It's just a little pouch with a hole in it that you can use. You can put it over somebody's face, and if you need to breathe on them, it keeps y'all from interchanging saliva so that you don't get any, transference of infection or whatever. So that's going to be my first thing to introduce. What?
Why aren't you working for Peace Corps or Red Cross or
Well, some of the stuff that I've wanted to do, they require a degree, and I don't have one right now. So
you got certification. They can't get you in the field work to be a grunt.
well, I'm sure there's some things that I could do. I haven't really looked into that. I guess I could do that again. And I'm glad you brought that up because there was a time I wanted to work with them, but I didn't have the right qualifications.
You'd be traveling all over the fucking place, but
I'm used to that.
Job's a job.
Yeah, I'd like to go to third world countries again. Just the hospital care that they have out there just sucks. Except India. I am not going to India. It's too fucking nasty. It's nasty in that place. I don't know how people are okay with it being like that.
Oh,
don't get me wrong. The wealthy portions of India are fine. They've got nice food. The trash isn't that bad. But you go to the poorer parts of India, it's just gross.
Where the baboons will come up and rip your dick off?
I never heard about that happening.
So it's funny you bring that up because last week on Friday, when I was trying to do the podcast, none of y'all fuckers would join on. And so I was hitting up random people. So I finally found this app that tells you about people that are on Skype. And I started looking through the names. They all seem kind of similar. Well, they were all Indians. And so I'm like, fuck it, somebody will be online. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking. One of the guys actually joined in. And I was like, this is fucking awkward. I don't want to do this. So, some Indian guy actually joined into the podcast.
That could have been interesting. Why didn't you talk with him?
What the fuck am I going to talk about, man? He was lighting up a cigarette as the camera was starting. We've already talked to an Indian. We've already had an Indian on the show.
But not an Indian you haven't. This is a new Indian, a brand new one. You haven't met him?
If you talk to one, you've talked to all of them. They're all the same. Oh, speaking of our special guest, I talked to the witch. She's out of jail.
I didn't know she went to jail.
Well, I don't know if she went to jail either, but she said she had legal problems and she had to destroy all of her social media.
Fuck! How bad? What the hell? How'd you get in touch with her?
She got some new social media. Yeah.
It's called a pattern of behavior. So I heard from this psychologist or psychiatrist that the best predictor for future behavior is past behavior. So crazy people tend to stay fucking crazy. And that is a clear indication of that assessment.
Well, for me, it's more like farting on the elevator. I've done it before. Probably going to do it again.
Yeah. It is true. Yeah. So you're not crazy. You're just inconsiderate.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you ain't got to fucking. You know it's true.
Hey, I gave a good job reference for somebody today. Got him a new job.
Oh yeah.
So that was considerate.
What do you get out of it?
Nothing. I just put in a good word for him. He got the job.
No, you got something out of the deal.
I didn't get anything out of it. I'm never going to see this guy again. He's in Washington now. So.
Was it somebody that worked in your office?
Mm-hmm.
Or you owed him?
Huh?
You owed him for his good work.
Well, he did do good work, but I didn't fucking owe him shit. And my old bosses, they wouldn't have done that crap for me. Like when I was going to law school, I had to get 3 references, and none of my bosses would write one for me. I had to go to the college and get them.
Why not?
They said, oh, it might be a conflict of interest. It's like, bitch, you don't want to write the fucking letter. That's all it is. Just say you don't want to write the fucking letter. So did we talk about Terminator Genesis? Oh, hey, have you watched
Dark Fate? It's Dark Fate, not Genesis. Dark Fate.
Oh yeah, whatever. The fucking new Terminator. I liked it. I thought it was good. So, anyways, so have you seen the extended cut of Lord of the Rings?
It's supposed to be like 9-something hours. No,
It's long as fuck. Like me and Sarah, we went through disc. This is a Blu-ray, We went through disc 1 of The Two Towers last night on Blu-ray. Way more shit in there than what was in the damn normal movie.
Like what?
Well, you see when what's Karl Urban's character? Aomir? Karl Urban.
It's like we're a couple of old people. We're not even past our 30s.
Anyways, fucking
Karl Urban.
his character. Him and all the riders of Rohan, they found the king's son, and they he was dying. They thought he was dead, but then they found out he was still alive, and they drag him back to the kingdom. And then after Theoden, after he comes to his senses and Gandalf brings him back, they go through the whole ceremony, the funeral procession of his son dying, and the chick, the one that killed Saruman or whatever, the Witch King, she sings this song as they bury him in the tomb.
I remember that because he comes to life. They're about to kill him and he comes back, or I'm sorry, he regains consciousness or some shit.
No. No, that's something different. This guy, he just slowly died, and King Theoden didn't really do a whole lot to help him. Just kind of let him just sit there and die.
Okay, so that's one portion of the lengthy edition.
Yeah, they had a bunch of shit about the tree ants, the tree beard. They had a lot of shit about him. They showed the actual battle between Gandalf and Balrog, fighting on top of the tower.
I heard about that. I just never saw it.
Yeah, and Gandalf fucking whipped up on the Balrog. Stabbed him in the chest with the sword, just poking.
He's an old man in that movie, too. He's 70 years old.
Yeah, he's old as fuck. And what's his name? Orlando Bloom. It's kind of funny because he's super thin in this movie, but when you see The Hobbit, he's kind of plumped up,
He's gotten older, yeah, and you can tell.
Yeah, so.
They put on these really bright contacts for him, and I was like, man, you can totally tell those are fake.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, man, Lord of the Rings. Good shit. I'm going to read the books.
I've been watching drink your damn beer. You
can go have a fucking one too. Or did that chick steal all your beers?
No, I got some beers in there, but she did take a big ass bottle of my vodka that was sitting on top of my fridge.
She probably drank it. She was driving away.
Yeah, she probably got drunk up in Denton, and that's when she got her DWI. I mean, that's my only guess. It was a lot of fucking vodka, man, and well, the thing is that when I confronted her, she only told part of the story. So she would confess to some of what happened, but she wouldn't tell me about everything else. And it's like, I just need you to cooperate with me. Everything will be okay if you just tell me what happened. Anyway, so what I was saying is I've got Amazon Prime, and I'm starting the Jack Ryan series. I'm starting on season 1.
Oh, you got to watch The Boys, man.
Nah, I'm not interested.
No, you gotta watch, dude. I'm telling you, it's good. Just try the first episode. Won't take you that long, and really, the first 15 minutes. If you're not impressed after the first 15 minutes, then don't watch it. But shit goes crazy real quick. 15 minutes. Yep. The Boys. Watch the shit. It's good.
Shaking the camera. Watch it.
They got a Simple Plan on Amazon Prime too.
What's that?
That's that one with Bill Paxton and Carl Childers. I can't remember his name. Billy Bob Thornton. And they find a plane crashes like out near on their property, and there's like millions of dollars in the plane, and they come up with a simple plan what they're going to do with the money, and everything goes to fuck. It's got who was the guy? It wasn't who was the guy in the curly bill? Ike Clanton. It's got that actor, the dude from Avatar.
Yeah,
he's in there. Bill Paxton. So basically, like a lot of Tombstone cast members are in this movie.
Yeah, Bill Paxton's dead now. Yeah, a lot of James Cameron's guys floated around to different directors and studios.
Yeah, so it's Simple Plan is good. The Boys is good. Man in the High Castle, you might like that one. It's about World War II. It's if Germany and Japan won World War II. Yeah, World War II.
I don't like those hypothetical historical timeline things. That just doesn't interest me.
It bridges reality though. Like there's our timeline, but there's also this other timeline, and there's people that can travel in between the timelines.
You hear what I said? I said I don't like it.
Well, The Boys doesn't have any timeline shit, so you should like that.
I saw the trailers for it. I think it's kind of hyped up.
Did you see the trailer where the dude's eating her out, and she gets so fucking turned on, she pops his head? Like, I mean, her thighs crush his head. It explodes while he's eating.
I wouldn't want to see that. Why would I want to see that?
Well, the way I'm laying it in context, yeah, it sounds fucking disturbing, but obviously in the show it's going to be cool, so you need to watch it.
I'm good.
That doesn't come till later in the show anyways. You're going to try the fucking show out. Just try the damn thing.
You keep saying I'm going to do these things, and I don't do them.
Just give The Boys the first 50
beer, huh?
Karl Urban's in that movie. He's in The Boys.
Karl Urban. Just shaking your fist. Karl Urban's in it. God damn it.
They got all the Star Treks, all the Rockies except for the Creeds. They got all the James Bonds are in there. Yeah, there's some good stuff on Prime.
Futurama's on there too, but you got to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't watch Futurama.
That's my favorite show. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. They're going to start the next season of The Expanse on Amazon Prime.
I've never watched it.
Expanse, like some of the best sci-fi I've seen since Battlestar Galactica on TV. It's pretty damn good. It's got that one guy from MythBusters, Savage.
The one with the beard or without the beard?
The one without the beard. Adam Savage. He plays a scientist. Real fucking stretch of the imagination on that one. They got a scientist to play a fucking scientist. You get the joke?
I don't know why you got to get hostile. Shit, man.
Smile. Hostile. I run the marathon to the very last mile.
I heard that song the other day.
What were you doing?
Driving.
Like it was on the radio?
You make it sound like, radio.
I don't know how the fuck you listened to, because if you said you heard it, it would imply that it was playing. That if it was part of a disc thing that you listened to, you know, it's different. Do you even have a disc player in your car?
I've got a deck, yeah.
I ain't got one in mine, man. I got a Bluetooth connection. It's an add-on though. I just plug it into the cigarette lighter, and then I can do Bluetooth into my radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what else is going on? Yeah, Dark Fate was good. Tomorrow we got our baby shower here. I guess John and his wife are coming. And then Sunday, their kiddo's having a birthday, and I think we got to go to that. But I'm working Sunday, so I don't know how it's going to work out.
I'm not going.
To the birthday? I wouldn't think you would go. Are you going to make it to the thing tomorrow, or are you going to go get your shit in Copper's Cove?
I'm going to wait till Sunday to go get my shit from Copper's Cove.
Oh, cool. So are y'all coming up?
Well, Mom called me and asked me if I was coming, and I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that.
Did you let Jamie know?
Yeah, but she can't do it because she just paid off some of her college loans, so she doesn't have the money.
Oh.
It's like 5.5, 6 hours for her. She lives down in Port Aransas.
How often do y'all get to see each other?
Once a month.
How's that going?
It's all right.
Does she know you invited this strange woman over to your house and she stole all your shit?
Yeah, I told her because that laptop, she gave it to me. She gave me that laptop.
And what'd she say?
Well, you got to stop letting people into the house. It's like, well, I didn't let the last person that ripped me off into the house. They got into the house because they either had the key or the door was unlocked.
After you'd let them in?
No. So the first time I got robbed, which was last year around the same time, I had taken somebody to Belmead. We were talking to him to get him to move into the house. And when I was gone, somebody came by the house and saw that no one was there and went inside and took my shit. And they only took my shit and they took very specific things.
So it was him.
What?
It was the guy you had shown.
No. It was the guy that used to live in that house. That lived there before this new guy was going to come in because the guy was with me. I was driving him to Belmead. So
Where
he
do you
couldn't
know all these people from, man? Not one person to steal my shit. I'll fucking kill somebody over my stuff.
So when I was living in that house, the guys that they wanted to come and stay there had all come through the church. And the church was like, yeah, sure, you can stay at this place. We just need this money and blah, blah, blah. And so it was all people that were referred by church organization workers. And they all screwed us, especially the last guy that lived there before. I'm just say his name's Calvin. Calvin never did me wrong. But before Calvin got there was this other dude that he cheated me out of $1,100 and stole about $800 worth of my shit.
Man.
I don't fuck with that church no more. I've lost way too much dealing with those people.
Yeah, nobody's I've never let anybody take advantage of my shit like that.
It's because I don't have security. I don't have cameras. I need cameras. If I had cameras, this shit wouldn't be happening. And you say that, and we let somebody fucking smash into that car I was supposed to have when I was a senior in high school.
Well, that situation, we don't know who the fuck did it. It wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Is if we had cameras, we would have known.
I mean, maybe.
Nothing would have happened from it, but we still would have known.
Yeah. That car didn't run anyways.
No, it did run. I just needed to get my license. I didn't have my license at the time.
No. Remember, it had it was leaking gas.
Oh, no, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And we tried fixing it and we couldn't get it fixed. So it was just sitting there.
There you go, Aaron. Happy birthday.
Yeah, what happened to that motorcycle?
Yeah, Dad sold it for bail money.
I remember.
I'm going to give this to you when you graduate. Okay, Dad. And that's all. That's really literally what I said. I said, okay, Dad.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
What would you do with a fucking motorcycle anyways?
If I had gotten it, I would have learned to drive because I've wanted to drive a motorcycle ever since I saw Dad and Randy and Roger all drive one.
Austin and Jacob and Dwayne were riding their bikes the other day.
Yeah.
They all got motorcycles.
Do you?
No, because if I got one, I'd want to get an electric one. But man, what the hell am I going to do with a motorcycle? When am I going to go riding it? Never going to
work.
ride. Huh?
Ride it to work.
Yeah, I mean, but still, it wouldn't be worth the investment.
It would save you on your gas bills because you're not paying as much gas per tank.
No.
Yeah.
I do want to get an electric truck though, if Tesla ever makes one. A Tesla? Have you seen them? Have you seen Teslas?
Yes, damn it, I have.
That's what I want.
What are y'all doing for what are y'all doing for Thanksgiving?
I don't know what the plans are. Tomorrow, Sarah's making spaghetti.
Remember that
Spaghetti?
time Mom wanted to make spaghetti? She was talking about her recipe.
I don't
Oh
remember.
yeah, here comes the expert. She was
Oh, yeah.
talking to her.
Yeah, no, Sarah's making spaghetti, and she's already made the cookies, so she made a lot of cookies. Um, the only soda we have though is off-brand. I mean, we have cola, but we don't have Coke.
I shouldn't be drinking it anyway.
When's the last time you had a Coke?
A Coca-Cola. I went to a movie with my friend Raymond, The Joker. When I went to go see The Joker, I had a large Coke, a large cherry Coke.
So the Joker apparently made $1 billion.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, highest rated R movie I think ever.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, what movie's coming out next? If everybody's talking about that fucking Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Disney Plus. You got Disney Plus?
No.
Um, apparently, and I don't know the details. I'm sure John knows, but somebody I follow online had a GIF of Yoda or like a Yoda-like alien creature. You know, green with the pointy ears. You know, Yoda. Yoda. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Little green guy. Somebody posted a fucking GIF of the green guy, but it was a baby version, which would indicate it's like a new Yoda being reborn or something, or a baby Yoda in training, since they're so powerful with the Force. And I think John told me one time on the podcast that Yoda is actually a physical being created by the Force, and so this could be a new being to bring about the Force or something. I don't fucking know. I don't
That's
know.
well. When I know what you're talking about because I saw it too. When I read the caption that was on it, I thought it meant that they were looking back in time, like not forwards in time. I thought it was when Yoda was young.
Oh, maybe it is. I couldn't tell if it was old Yoda or a new Yoda.
Yeah, I thought it was baby Yoda from when Yoda was a child. That's the way I read it. I probably read it too fast and I misunderstood it. So
I don't know shit about that show. I don't know nothing about Mandalorian other than Boba Fett and Jango Fett were Mandalorians. That my little owl thing.
I want to do it where your head like turns completely around and you poke your eyebrows.
That's what my little owl puppet does.
So all you got to do is cut the head off and take a little plastic rod and shove it up through the asshole, and then you just twist it around.
Oh, you don't even have to do that. It already spins all the way around.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So yeah, that's what you just have it spin around. All
Well,
right, everybody shut up and let Aaron talk about whatever he wants.
When I used to go to Comic Cons, that's what I would do. Is I would have his head spinning around, and people would be, is that thing alive? And it's like my hands up his ass. What? Yes, of course he's fucking a puppet. I mean, you see, I have one glove hand. The other glove hand is in the puppet, making his
You
head
should have
spin.
tried to peck him. You should have tried to peck him with it. It's like, here, ask him.
I did. I scared some kids with it. Oh man, you would have loved this shit. Today I was vacuuming, and Roger, like, I guess he's kind of nervous around the vacuum, and I had the extension hose, and I fucking hit him with that hose, and like suctioned his shirt, and he was like, ah, like he was freaking out and shit. So I was like, stop it. I was like, it's not gonna hurt him.
You're just sitting there laughing. Ha 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 ha.
He was really scared about it, so whatever.
He's gonna try to like fucking drop a brick on you in your sleep or something.
What'd be the first time? All right, everybody, we've hit our hour mark. So we're going to wrap this one up as the show slowly limps on towards its fucking death. Aaron at Southeast Third, he's doing some Navy shit. We're at Big Beefin' at B Beefin' on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the above. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you all again on Monday.
It's not just Navy shit; it's community shit. It's about the people in Waco. So,
people that steal your stuff in Waco.
Well, hopefully we won't cover that topic, but we could. We'll see. Be on the lookout for some new stuff coming soon for Southeast Third.